My dear child, be still. I know that lately your heart feels like a storm. Waves of fear, winds of confusion, and the noise in your mind feels louder than my whisper. But I am here. I, the Lord your God, handle what no one else can. I hold the impossible in the palm of my hand. So today, I ask only this: be still. Let your soul take a breath. Let your burdens fall. I have carried you through dark valleys before. This is not the end. This is a holy pause. I saw the tears that no one else did. I caught them before they ever hit the floor. Even when you felt invisible, you were fully seen by me. Even when you felt like no one could understand, I was already holding you. You do not have to fix everything. You do not have to pretend. You are allowed to be weary in my presence. You are safe here. You are loved here. You are mine. Let me calm the storms inside you. Let me hush the thoughts that keep racing. Let me remind you who you are. Not broken, not forgotten, not too late. You are my beloved child. I am still speaking to the winds. I am still parting seas. And yes, I am still moving on your behalf. Even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when you can't see it. I am working. Come to me. Come as you are, not as you think you should be. Your pain is not too messy for me. Your don't push me away. I never asked for perfection. I only asked for your heart. So give it to me. Even the shattered pieces, especially the shattered pieces. I will put them back together in ways you never imagined. I don't waste pain. I don't waste time. I redeem everything surrendered to me. I know what you're afraid of. I know the thoughts that wake you at 2 a.m. I know the questions that have no answer. But here is what I want you to know. I've already gone ahead of you. I've already seen the outcome. And I'm not worried. Because I am still in control. I hold your future, and I hold your heart. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not too weak for what's ahead, because I will be with you. Even if thousands rise against you, even if the ground feels unsteady, I will never abandon you. This is not just hope. This is my promise. The everlasting, unchanging, unbreakable promise. You will not fall, because I will hold you. You will not drown, because I will lift you. You will not be defeated, because I have already won. You've been strong for so long, but I didn't create you to carry everything. I created you to rest in me. So rest now. Let me take it. Let me fight for you. Let me quiet the lies. Let me remind you that you are never too far gone. You are never beyond my reach. You are never beyond my love. I see your heart. I feel your weariness, but I am not disappointed in you. I delight in you, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel spiritual. I am not measuring you by your performance. I am holding you with mercy, and I am calling you deeper into peace, not the peace the world gives, but the peace that passes all understanding, the peace that wraps around your soul like a blanket, the peace that reminds you, you don't have to be afraid anymore. You don't have to figure it all out. I will guide you. I will sustain you. I will rescue you. And I will restore what was lost. Breathe again, my child. For I am near. Nearer than your next heartbeat. Nearer than the air in your lungs. I have never left you, not for a moment, not for a breath, and I never will. If these words touched your spirit, type Amen in the comments and subscribe to Dear God so you'll never miss another message from heaven. My child, there is something sacred in the way you keep going. Even when everything in you wants to give up, there is a quiet courage in your soul. A courage I place there. But I want you to know this. You don't have to carry it alone. You've tried to be strong. You've tried to push through the fear. You've told yourself it will be okay, even when you weren't sure. But now, I want to speak to the places in you that still feels defeated. I want to whisper to the parts of you that no one else sees. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked, even when others fail to understand. Even when you are misunderstood, I am the one who knows you completely, and I do not change my mind about you. I will never stop loving you. I will never stop choosing you. You are Menestil, always, forever. Yes, people have wounded you. They judged what they never took the time to know. They spoke lies that tried to define you. But hear me, I am lifting off that scorn. I am erasing every label that did not come from my heart. You are not a mistake. You are not too broken to be used. You are not what they call you. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are deeply loved. And your pain will not be wasted. Every tear, every battle, every lonely night, I've counted them all. And I am turning them into something beautiful, a testimony, a light in the darkness, the voice that will speak healing to others. You are ready now, stronger than you were, wiser than you've ever been, more compassionate because of what you've endured. You've been through fire, but you did not burn. You walked through floods, but they did not sweep you away, because I was with you, and I am still with you. Now, I am calling you to rise again, to step forward in faith, to believe that you are not who you used to be, to believe that your past cannot cancel your purpose. But be aware, child, there will be those who tries to pull you back, enemies who fear your light, voices that try to rob your peace. But you must guard your soul. Don't let their words sink into your heart. Don't trade your peace for their chaos. You don't have to answer every accusation. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Your worth is not up for debate. If you let fear rule, if you forget who you are in me, you will feel anxious again. But that's not what I want for you. I want you to live free, free from the noise, free from the fear, free from the pressure to please everyone. You are not who they say you are. You are who I say you are. And I say, you are loved. You are strong. You are covered in grace. You are never alone. So hear this clearly. Even if you fall, even if you fail, even if you lose your way, I will raise you again. I will find you in the dark. I will bring you home. Don't believe the lie that says you've gone too far. Don't let guilt keep you in chains. You are not disqualified. You are not beyond my reach. I am the God of redemption, and I still want you. Even if your heart feels tired, even if your faith feels faint, I will still fight for you. My love doesn't leave. When you stumble, my mercy doesn't run out. I will keep pursuing you. I will keep speaking the truth to you until you believe it. You belong to me, and no sword, no sickness, no mistake, no storm, no danger, no disaster, nothing can separate you, from my love. Not now, not ever. If you feel this message was for you, type "Thank you, Lord" in the comments and subscribe to Dear God so you don't miss the next word He has for your heart. My child, you've asked me many times, am I ready? Can I truly face this? And my answer has never changed. Yes, because you're not walking alone, because I am the one who prepares you, and I am the one who goes before you. You have grown more than you realize. You have endured seasons that would have broken others, but you held on. You cried, yes. You questioned, yes. But you never let go of me, and that means more than you know. You are not the same person you were a year ago, not even the same as yesterday. There is steel in your spirit now. There is light in your eyes again, and there is purpose in every step you take. You are not weak. You are not fragile. You are not lost. You are strong. You are brave. You are becoming who I created you to be. I have given you a sound mind. I have filled you with my spirit. I have placed my word in your heart and courage in your bones. When you rise each morning, you do not rise alone. Heaven rises with you. The angels I've assigned to your life, they are already in motion. They wait for your prayers. They respond to your faith. So don't hesitate to speak. Don't delay in asking. Come boldly to me. I am your Father. I delight in your voice. You don't have to say the perfect words. You don't have to pray like anyone else. Just speak from your heart. Say, Lord, I need you, and I will come near, closer than the breath in your lungs. You may not feel ready, but I know you are. You may feel unsure, but I am never uncertain. When I call you, I equip you. When I send you, I'll go with you. And child, don't be afraid of the days ahead. I have already written them. I have already filled them with blessings, breakthroughs, and divine surprises. Yes, you will face trials, but nothing will touch you unless I allow it for your good. Even your enemies serve a purpose in your growth. Even the hardship is a teacher in disguise. You are stepping into a supernatural life, a life not ruled by fear, but by faith, a life not driven by striving, but by surrender, a life not shaped by the world's noise, but by my voice. So wake up each day with your head held high. Stand in front of every fear and declare my promises. Speak life over your home. Speak peace over your mind. Speak purpose over your day. Because your words carry power. When you speak with faith, darkness flees. No evil will prevail in your home. No sickness will define your story. No scarcity will control your heart, because I dwell within you, and where I dwell, there is freedom. You are not just surviving, you are rising. You are not just getting by, you are becoming. You are not just existing, you are walking in destiny. Look around. The season is changing. The air is different. New doors are opening. New strength is pouring in. New joy is awakening inside you. I am not just healing your wounds. I am restoring your dreams. The ones you buried, the ones you were too afraid to hope for again. I am breathing life back into them. Watch them rise. Just like you. If your heart feels this shift, type I am ready in the comments and subscribe to Dear God so you'll never miss the next word He is planting in your soul. My beloved child, do you know what I long to do for you? I long to fill your home with my presence, not just for a moment, but as a constant dwelling. I want every room to echo with peace. I want every wall to carry the fragrance of my love. The silence that once felt heavy, I will transform it into the rest. The rooms that once echoed with sorrow, I will turn them into places of praise. Your home is not just where you live, it is where I want to abide. Your home is sacred to me, because you are sacred to me. There are angels stationed around you even now, watching over your sleep, standing guard at your door. You are not unprotected. You are not exposed. I am the shield that surrounds your home. You've been asking me to protect your family, to bless your children, to give peace to your loved ones. And I want you to know, I have heard and I have answered. There are miracles already on their way. Help is coming from places you do not expect. Provision is flowing from rivers you have never seen. Doors are opening that no man can shut, because you trusted me when no one else could see what I promised. So today, give thanks, not just for what you see, but for what I'm doing behind the scenes. you have more reasons to be grateful. Then you realize the roof over your head, the breath in your lungs, the food on your table, the laughter that returns after many tears. These are my gifts. These are signs that I am with you. Don't compare your blessings to anyone else's. Brund, what I have for you, it is tailored for your life. I didn't forget you. I didn't skip over you. I was working in silence. But now you will see with your eyes what your faith has already known in your heart. And yes, there were moments you almost gave up, nights when you questioned everything, days when you wondered if I still heard you. But you stayed. You kept praying. You whispered my name, even when you had no strength. That, my child, was the worship that moved heaven. You don't need to show TI for me to listen. You don't need to perform for me to show up. You don't need to pretend that everything is okay. Just sit with me, talk to me, tell me how you feel, and I will pour peace over your soul, like warm rain over dry ground. You are not bothering me. You are not interrupting me. You are not too needy. You are my priority. Your joy matters to me. Your healing matters to me. Your family matters to me. Your future is held tightly in my hands. So rest in this truth. Your home will be a sanctuary, not just a place to sleep, but a place where my glory dwells. Your mornings will begin with hope. Your evenings will end with grace. And in between, I will walk with you through every moment. I am here, and I am not leaving. If you believe this word is for your household, type "My home belongs to God" in the comments and subscribe to Dear God to stay rooted in His promises every day. My child, come sit with me a while. I want to talk to you about something that weighs heavily on your heart. Being misunderstood, being overlooked, being judged too quickly, and held to a standard that others don't even try to live by. I know what it feels like to walk into a room and feel like you don't belong, to speak your truth and be met with silence, to give your best and still be treated like you don't matter. I've seen every moment, and I want you to know I understand. You've been carrying the ache of being seen only for your mistakes, or remembered only for your weakness. And yet, you've changed. You've grown. You've fought hard to become the person you are now. But some people don't want to see that. They want to hold you hostage to your past. They want to keep replaying an old version of you that no longer exists. And it hurts, not because their words are true, but because you hoped they'd see your heart. You hoped they'd notice the effort, the growth, the healing, but they didn't. So hear me clearly. I see it. I see the battles you fought in silence. I see the nights you wept in prayer, not for yourself, but for the ones who hurt you. I see how you kept showing up when you had every reason to walk away. I see how you chose kindness when you could have chosen revenge. I see you, and I am proud of you. The world may never clap for your growth. People may never thank you for the grace you gave. But I have written it all in my book. Nothing has gone unnoticed. And I will honor your faithfulness in ways no man ever could. You were not created to gain the approval of those who misunderstand you. You were created to walk in the purpose I placed within you before you were ever born. Their silence doesn't diminish your value. Their judgment doesn't cancel your calling. Their rejection doesn't define your identity. You belong to me, and I do not define you by your failures. I define you by my love, by my mercy, by the redemption I've already written into your story. And yes, I know how hard it is to keep loving people who've wounded you, to keep giving your heart, knowing it might be broken again. But you've done it. You've loved with courage. You've forgiven when it was painful. You've chosen the higher road, even when no one else joined you on it. That, my child, is strength. That is faith. That is who you truly are. So, stop trying to explain yourself. To people committed to misunderstanding you. You don't owe anyone a version of yourself that keeps them comfortable. You are not obligated to shrink just so others feel tall. You are not responsible, for how others choose to see you. You are responsible for guarding the light I placed inside you. So protect your peace, hold your joy close, walk with dignity, and keep your eyes on me, because I'm taking you somewhere they can't follow. Not because you're better, but because you're listening, you're surrendered, you're ready. Let them talk, let them assume, let them miss it. I won't miss a single moment of your becoming. I won't miss a single prayer, spoken through tears. I won't miss a single act of obedience, Jesus, that no one else applauded, because I see you, and I know you, and I love who you're becoming. So don't stop now. Don't let the noise around you, muffle the whisper of my spirit. Don't let their disbelief make you doubt what I've spoken. I called you. I chose you. I appointed you to carry something sacred into this world. And no voice, no rumor, no insult, no dismissal can cancel what I have ordained. You are anointed. You are appointed. You are enough. Keep walking, even if no one cheers. Keep believing, even if no one understands. Keep building, even if they mock the foundation. Because I am with you, and I am the one who will vindicate you. Not with revenge, but with fruit. Not with anger, but with peace. The day will come when those who doubted you will see the evidence of my hand on your life, and they'll say, surely the Lord was with them all along. And you'll smile gently, not because you needed to be proven right, but because you'll remember you never walked alone. If you needed to hear this today, type "God sees me" in the comments and subscribe to Dear God to keep receiving his intimate messages just for your heart. My child, let's talk about the pain you never had the words for, the wounds you buried so deeply you forgot where you put them, the ones from childhood, from betrayal, from silence, the kind of pain that didn't just bruise your heart, it shaped how you saw the world. I know what they did to you, the promises they broke, the love they withheld, the trust they shattered. I know what it did inside you, how you built walls instead of bridges. How did you learn to smile through pain, so no one would ask questions? How did you begin to believe that maybe your voice didn't matter, maybe your feelings were too much, that maybe love always hurts? But I am here to tell you, none of that is true. Your voice matters. Your heart matters. Your tears have never been wasted. Not one. I bottled them all, and I am pouring them back now as healing rain. You are not too broken to be healed. You are not too wounded to be whole. You are not too far gone, bleed bridges, to come home to yourself. I know you've tried to move on, to keep walking, to leave it in the past. But sometimes the past sneaks back in without warning, a scent, a song, a silence. And suddenly you're that little child again, or that younger version of yourself, alone in the pain, with no one coming to help. But listen to me now. I am the one who comes. I come into the memories. I walk into the locked rooms of your soul. I sit with the version of you that still hurts. And I don't rush them. I don't scold them. I hold them. I listen. And I love. Because healing, it's not about pretending it didn't happen. It's about letting me walk into it with you. It's about feeling what you were never allowed to feel. Safely, fully, with me. You don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to carry it alone. You don't have to fear what will rise to the surface. When you sit in silence, I already know it all, and I'm not afraid of it. I'm not disappointed. I'm not ashamed of you. I don't blame you, and I don't define you by what happened to you. You are more than the pain. You are more than the scars. You are more than survival. You are my child, and I am healing you from the inside out. Some days, healing will feel gentle, like the slow return of light after a storm. Other days, it may feel raw, like I've pulled back the cover on something you tried to forget. But trust me, I only reveal what I am ready to heal. So if something is surfacing now, if old wounds feel fresh again, it's not punishment. It's permission. I'm inviting you to finally let go, to stop hiding what still hurts, to bring it all to me, so I can begin the deeper work. You won't be stuck here forever. The anger, the grief, the confusion, they are not permanent residents. They are visitors, passing through, on their way out. Don't be afraid to feel. Don't be afraid to remember, because I am here. In every memory, in every ache, in every breath, I'm teaching you that healing doesn't always look like forgetting. Sometimes it looks like understanding. Sometimes it looks like releasing the blame. You placed it on yourself. Sometimes it looks like forgiving someone who never said sorry, not for them, but for you, so you can finally rest, so you can finally breathe, so you can finally be free. This is not the end of you. This is the becoming. This is the sacred unraveling of what never belonged in your soul, so I can restore what always did. Joy, safety, trust, hope, peace, love without fear. Yes, this is possible. Yes, this is for you. Even you, especially you. I'm rebuilding what was broken. Stronger, purer, deeper, rooted in me. Let me do this. Let me in. Let me touch the parts of your heart. You locked it away long ago. You've survived long enough. Now it's time to be whole. If this word is healing something inside you, type, "I am ready to be whole," in the comments, and subscribe to Dear God so you won't walk this journey alone. My child, can I remind you of something you seem to have forgotten? You are not a burden. Not to me. Not to the people I've assigned to love you. Not to this world. You were not a mistake. You were not an accident. You are a blessing, a living reflection of my grace. I know there were moments when the weight of your existence felt too heavy, when your thoughts whispered lies like, "No one would notice if I disappeared," or "My presence doesn't matter," but I was there, and I wept with you, because I never created you to carry that kind of shame. I never intended for you to measure your worth by the approval of people too broken to see your beauty. I never told you that your value depended on productivity or perfection or popularity. I only asked one thing: let me love you just as you are. Not when you get better, not when you stop struggling, not when you fix your life, but now, in this moment, with all the mess, all the questions, all the fears you don't know how to put into words. I want that version of you, the honest one, the real one, the one who cries in the dark, but still shows up in the morning, the one who doubts but keeps praying, the one who has every reason to quit but doesn't. That's the you I see. That's the you I love. That's the you I delight in. You've been too hard on yourself. You've punished yourself for feelings you didn't choose. You've called yourself Nam. Es. I would never say. You've replayed Misty, Kes, That I already forgave. And you've carried guilt that was never yours to hold. Child, let it go. Lay it down. You are not too much. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a soul to be loved. I knit you together. In your mother's womb, I designed every part of you with joy, not regret. I gave you your laugh, your tears, your quirks, your strengths, your sensitivity. None of it is accidental. You are wonderfully made. Stop apologizing for who you are. Stop shrinking so others can feel tall. Stop silencing your voice to avoid rejection, because I didn't put you here to disappear. I placed you here to shine, to speak, to serve, to feel, to carry my love in ways only you can. Yes, you, with your past, with your imperfections, with your questions, even with your scars, especially with your scars, because they're not signs of shame, they're signs of survival. They're proof that you walked through fire and didn't lose your faith, that you feel but didn't stay down, that you faced the darkness and still chose light. I'm not finished with you. There's more to your life. There's still purpose in your breath. You don't have to do something huge to matter. You don't have to change the whole world, to make a difference. Sometimes your greatest impact is your kindness, your prayers, your faithfulness in small things, your presence in someone's life at just the right time. You are already doing more. Then you realize, and I am proud of you. So don't give up. Don't disappear. Don't doubt that you belong here, because the truth is, you do, and nothing will ever change that. If you needed this reminder today, type, "I am not a burden, I am loved," in the comments, and subscribe to Dear God so you never forget how cherished you truly are. My child, I know you've been wondering if this is it, if this is where the road ends, if what you hoped for will ever come to pass, if the dreams you once carried still have a place in the life you're living now. Let me answer you gently. No, this is not the end. And no, I have not forgotten. You may feel stuck, but I am still moving. You may feel lost, but I know exactly where you are. There were seasons when everything seemed clear, when you had a vision, when you believed with fire in your chest. And now, it feels quiet. It feels like the colors have faded, like you're just going through the motions, like you missed something important, and now it's too late to go back. But let me tell you something you need to hear again. I am still writing your story. You are not on the last page. This chapter is not a punishment. It's preparation. Some of the most sacred work I do, it is in the waiting. Some of the deepest growth happens when nothing seems to be happening at all. Just because you don't see the fruit yet doesn't mean the seeds aren't taking root. Your obedience is not wasted. Your faithfulness is not forgotten. I see you showing up. When would it be easier to quit? I see you choosing to believe when doubt would be easier, and I honor that. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where I need you to be. For what I am preparing to unfold, I know the desires of your heart. I planted some of them myself, and if I've asked you to wait, it's not because I'm withholding. It's because I'm protecting something precious. Either you're not ready yet, or what's meant for you, it is still being prepared. The promise is not lost. It's alive. And when the time is right, you will see it bloom. Not by your striving, but by my spirit. So let go of the timeline you gave yourself. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. Let go of the lie that says your value is based on your progress. Because what matters most to me is not what you do, but who are you becoming? And child, You're becoming radiant, not because everything is perfect, but because your trust in me, it is growing roots deeper than fear. You're learning how to lean, not just stand. You're learning how to listen, not just perform. You're learning how to receive, not just give. And that is beautiful to me. There are doors I've already opened that you cannot see yet. There are connections I've set in motion, miracles in progress. Heart I'm softening, paths I'm clearing. You don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. You only have to stay close to me. I will lead you. I will guide you. I will confirm things in various ways that no one can deny. I will open the right door and close the wrong ones without confusion. You won't have to beg. You won't have to manipulate. You won't have to guess. Because when it's me, you'll know. In the meantime, rest. Prepare your heart for what's to come. Take care of what I've already placed in your hands. Be faithful with today, and I will take care of tomorrow. You are still called, still chosen, still part of my perfect plan. So don't give up now. Don't lay down your hope. Don't let disappointment have the final say. What I've spoken about your life will not return void. Not because you are flawless, but because I am faithful. I am not finished with you. I am still writing your story. And the next chapter, it's more beautiful than anything you could have written for yourself. If this message feels like it was written just for you, type "God is still writing my story" in the comments and subscribe to Dear God for every divine reminder you'll need along the way. My child, you've been holding tightly to something I never asked you to carry. A person, a memory, a role, a version of life. You thought you were supposed to live, and now it's become heavy. Too heavy. It's draining your peace, stealing your joy, and slowly, it's dimming your light. But I want to ask you something. With all the tenderness in my heart, why are you still holding on? To what did you give? I know it's hard to let go, especially when you've invested so much time, emotion, tears, dreams. But not everything you started, it was meant to be finished. Not every relationship, it was meant to last. Not every opportunity, it was meant to stay open. And not every door that looks good leads to me. Sometimes, the greatest act of faith is not stepping into something new, it's walking away from something familiar. You've confused attachment with alignment. You've thought of comfort meant calling. But I don't want you trapped in something just because it's known. I want you to be free because you've learned to trust my voice over your fear. There are things you're praying for that can't come until your hands are empty, until your heart is clear, until the space inside you, it is no longer dead by what was never meant to stay. So here's what I'm asking. Let go. Not because it didn't matter, not because it wasn't real, but because you're worth more than something that doesn't honor the fullness of who you're becoming. Let go of the friendship that only drains you. Let go of the guilt that keeps punishing you. Let go of the expectation you must prove your worth. Let go of the illusion that if you try harder, they'll finally love you right. I love you right, without performance, without striving, without conditions. I loved you first. I love you still, and I will love you last. Don't hold on out of fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear that you'll never find better. Because what I have for you, it is not second best. It's not left over. It's not something you have to beg for. It's already written, already blessed, already waiting for the moment you stop gripping what was never yours. And when you let go, I will not leave you empty. I will fill your NDS with peace, with provision, with purpose, with people who see you, love you purely, walk with you humbly, and remind you of who you are in me. Yes, you may grieve, and I will hold you through that. Yes, you may feel loss, but I will meet you in it. Yes, it may take time, but healing is coming, and so is joy. Real joy. Joy that doesn't come from control, but from surrender. Joy that doesn't need to impress, but simply rests. Joy that bubbles up from knowing you chose my way. Even when it was hard, that's where I'm leading you, into a life. Not just of blessing, but of clarity, where you no longer chase what confuses your spirit, but walk boldly into what aligns with your anointing. So don't be afraid to release what I never gave you. I promise you, what I place in your hands next, it will make you wonder, why did you ever cling so tightly to what could never sustain you? Let go and come closer. I have so much more for you. Thank you've even imagined. If this word is speaking to something deep inside you, type, I release what God didn't give me in the comments, and subscribe to Dear God so your heart stays aligned with His whisper every step of the way. My child, you've come this far, and I know the road wasn't easy. There were moments you almost quit, moments you screamed in silence, moments you felt like I was far away. But look at you now, still standing, still breathing, still believing. Even if your faith is the size of a whisper, that's enough force to move mountains. You've wondered, what's next, Lord? Can I handle what's coming? What if I fail again? What if I'm not strong enough? Let me tell you plainly, you don't have to be strong enough, because I am, and I go before you. I have already entered the battle you're afraid of. I have already silenced the voices that will rise against you. I have already made a way where you see no door. I have already set angels on assignment to surround your every step. You do not need to fear what lies ahead, not because the road is easy, but because I will walk every step of it with you, hand in hand, breath by breath, until you reach the place I've prepared for you. I fight for you in ways you'll never see, in rooms you've never entered, in hearts you didn't know were watching. While you sleep, I am working. While you wait, I am arranging. While you pray, I am answering. And when the enemy comes like a flood, I will raise a standard against it. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No curse can cling to what I have blessed. No lie can stand against my truth. You are covered by my blood, by my name, by my covenant. You are not just protected, you are empowered. I've placed my spirit within you, my word in your mouth. My courage is in your bones, and my glory upon your life. So walk like the child of the King you are. Speak like one who knows heaven is listening. Stand like one who cannot be moved. You've been given authority to trample over fear, over lies, over despair, over every whisper that tells you you won't make it. You will, because I said so, because I promised, and I never break my word. Yes, battles will come. Yes, some days will be harder than others. But here's what I want you to remember. The enemy doesn't attack what isn't valuable. You are a threat to darkness. Your light exposes lies. Your obedience shifts atmospheres. Your faith changes legacies. And I am proud of you. So don't look back. Don't shrink. Don't retreat. There is nothing behind you worth losing your future for. What's ahead is greater. What's ahead is sacred. What's ahead is yours. I will open doors that no one can shut. I will close doors that lead to destruction. I will restore the years the locusts have eaten. I will repay what was stolen. I will redeem what was broken, and I will crown your head with joy. You've asked me, Lord, do you see how tired I am? Yes, child, I do. That's why I will be your strength. You've said, God, I don't want to pretend anymore. Good. You don't have to. You can be real with me. I am not afraid of your honesty. I am moved by your vulnerability. So come to me, not as the version of yourself you show the world, but as you are, soft, weary, hopeful, open. Lay your armor down, not because you've lost the fight, but because I've taken it from your hands. It is no longer yours to carry. Let me fight for you now. And while I battle in the unseen, you rest, you worship, you dream again, you live freely, because you were never meant to live with clenched fists and a guarded heart. You were meant to breathe deeply, to love boldly, to shine brightly, and to walk in victory. Victory is not coming. It's already here, because I am here, and where I am, there is always triumph. So, my child, lift your head, fix your eyes on me, let your soul rise again. The impossible is my specialty, and you are my beloved. You will see wonders, you will know peace, you will walk in joy, because I fight for you, and I will never stop. Not now, not ever. If this message filled your heart with courage today, type, I will not fear, for God fights for me in the comments, and subscribe to Dear God so your soul never forgets who walks beside you. My child, now that we've spoken, now that you've heard my voice again, I just want you to sit quietly and let my words settle in your soul. You don't have to rush. You don't have to move on. You don't have to figure out the next step right away. Just be here, with me. In this moment, let my presence linger. Let my peace wrap around you. Like a blanket on a cold morning, let the silence between us be sacred, not empty. Because even in stillness, I am speaking. Even in quiet, I am healing you. I want you to carry one thing from this time together. Stay close. When the voices get loud again, stay close. When the storm tries to return, stay close. When the doubt comes knocking, stay close. I don't require perfection. I just want a connection. I want your heart, not your performance. I want your tears, not your answers. I want your truth, not your masks. So don't wait for the next crisis to run to me. Let me be part of your ordinary, your coffee mornings, your drive home, your slow evenings, your anxious thoughts, your spontaneous laughter. I'm not just the God of miracles, I'm the God of Mondays, of long commutes, of kitchen sinks, of quiet sighs in crowded rooms. I'm the God who stays, and I'll never stop. So when you rise tomorrow, rise with me. When you rest tonight, rest with me. And when the world forgets who you are, remember, I never will. You are still mine. You are always mine. And I love you. If this final whisper spoke to your spirit, type, I will stay close to you, Lord, in the comments, and subscribe to Dear God so you can keep walking in step with His voice every single day. My beloved child, before you were ever wounded, before the world ever criticized your light, before fear whispered that you were too much or not enough, I looked at you and said, this one is mine, this one is radiant, you were born to shine. Not in the way the world defines glory, loud, proud, and thirsty for applause, but in the way heaven does, humble, true, steady, brilliant from within. There is a light inside of you that no darkness can put out, because it didn't come from the world, it came from me. I placed it there when I knit you together in the hidden place. I placed it there before any label was attached to your name, before any scar tries to redefine your story. And that light, it was never meant to be hidden, not behind fear, not beneath shame, not under the weight of people's opinions, not inside the tight corners of self-doubt. You were born to shine in rooms where others are afraid to speak, to love in places hardened by pain, to carry gentleness where harshness is normal, to bring kindness where bitterness has ruled too long. That's your strength. That's your beauty. That's the divine imprint of me on your life. But I know you've dimmed your light before. You've made yourself small, to make others comfortable. You've keyed your voice because you were afraid it wouldn't be heard, or worse, because someone once told you it didn't matter. But today, I am removing that lie. I am pulling up the root of that shame. I am telling your soul again, you matter. Your presence matters. Your story matters. Your healing matters. Your light matters. And no matter how long it's been buried, no matter how many times it's been ignored, it's still there, flickering, waiting, longing to rise again. So rise, not in arrogance, but in quiet courage, not to impress, but to express. Express the truth of who you are, chosen, beloved, carrying my light into a world desperate for warmth. Let me relight what has grown dim. Let me rekindle the dreams you put away. Let me breathe on the embers of your calling. You've lived hidden long enough, not because you weren't worthy to be seen, but because the timing wasn't yet. Now it is. You are stepping into a season where your light is needed, not to compete, not to overpower, but to guide, to comfort, to reveal to you. When people see your kindness, let them see my heart. When they hear your words, let them hear my voice. When they encounter your presence, let them encounter my peace. That is how you will shine, by staying close to me, by being authentic, by being healed, by being brave enough to simply be who I made you to be. And yes, some will be uncomfortable with your glow. Some will criticize what they don't understand. Some will try to dim you again because they don't know how to hold beauty. That doesn't ask for permission, but don't be afraid of their discomfort. You are not responsible for their shadows. You are only responsible for keeping your lamp filled with oil, for staying in my presence, for refusing to apologize, for being radiant with redemption. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs light, your light, because your light points to me. So shine when you feel strong, when you feel uncertain, when you feel ordinary. Shine anyway, because you were born for this. You were born to stand tall. In the places you once bowed in fear, you were born to walk free. Where you once felt chained, you were born to speak. Where you once stayed silent, you were born to live, not merely survive. This is not the end. This is the unveiling. This is the rise. And I am with you every step. Let them see. Let them wonder. Let them ask, what changed in you? And with peace in your voice, you'll smile and say, I finally believed what God said about me. If you're ready to stop hiding and start shining, type, I was born to shine in the comments, and subscribe to Dear God to keep walking in the truth of who you are daily, deeply, fearlessly. My child, now that you've come this far, let me walk with you into something deeper, not louder, not brighter, but deeper, into the kind of trust that does not need light to keep walking. Because real trust, it is not built in clarity. It is forged in the dark, in the silence, in the waiting, when nothing makes sense. And still, you choose me. I know. You've prayed. You've obeyed. You've stood still when I asked. You've walked forward when you were scared. And now, you're in between the promise and the fulfillment, between the obedience and the outcome, between the yes you gave and the answer you haven't received. This is the place where many turn back, where many start questioning everything. Did I hear you right? Did I make a mistake? Have I done enough? Have you forgotten me? But here's the truth you must hold tightly now. No, I have not forgotten you. And no, you did not mishear me. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I am shaping inside of you. This in-between, this silence, this darkness, it's not abandonment. It's an invitation. It's not punishment. It's preparation. I'm training your spirit to hear me when the world is quiet, to trust me when you feel blind, to love me, not for what I give, but for who I am. Because the impossible you seek, the breakthrough, the healing, the miracle, it begins with trust. The kind of trust that says, I don't know how, but I know who. Though I don't see the way, but I still take the next step. I don't feel strong, but I know He holds me. You see, faith isn't about having all the answers. Faith is the bridge. You keep walking on, even when it creaks beneath your feet. And I'm not asking you to understand everything. I'm asking you to walk with me, even in the fog, even in the detours, even in the delays, because of nothing I promised has changed. Not one word has expired. Not one plan has failed. You are still on track, even if you feel off course. I am the God who handled the Red Sea, the walls of Jericho, the mouths of lions, the stone rolled away, the chains in prison, and I am the same today. What feels impossible to you? It is simply an opportunity for me to reveal my power in a way no one else can take credit for. So stop trying to control what's mine. Let go of the timelines I never gave you. Release outcomes you've rehearsed in your head. You were never meant to carry the how, only the who. Let me be enough for you in the dark. Let me hold your questions. Let me speak into your silence. Let me remind your heart, you are still held, still loved, still carried, still chosen. This waiting, it's not wasted. I'm building something in you that you'll need for what's next. A deeper root, a stronger trust, a faith that doesn't panic in storms because it knows the one who sleeps through them. So even now, in the quiet, place your hand in mine again, not because you see the finish line, but because you trust the one who holds the MP. I know the terrain. I know the detours. I know the shortcut that would have destroyed you. I know the longer path that's keeping you safe. So walk with me, not by sight, but by trust. And you will see, when the fog lifts, that every step in the dark was leading you somewhere divine. If you're learning to trust God even when it's unclear, type, I trust you in the dark, in the comments. And subscribe to Dear God to keep holding His hand no matter what season you're in. My child, I've heard your prayers. I've watched you whisper your hopes between sighs and silent tears. I've seen you approach me with a trembling heart, afraid to ask for too much, afraid to want more than what you think you deserve. But let me tell you something. You may not be ready to believe. I am preparing you for more than you asked for. Yes, more. More peace than just getting by. More joy than just a good day. More purpose than just surviving. More life than just making it to the end. I'm preparing you for overflow. I didn't create you to live in constant worry, to settle for crumbs, to keep your dreams small so others won't be uncomfortable. I created you to live wide awake to all that I can do, and I am not limited to do by what you've seen so far. I am not restrained by what others think is possible. I am not intimidated by your past. What I'm preparing you, it will exceed what you've imagined. Not because you earned it, not because you prayed perfectly, but because I love you extravagantly. You asked me for enough to survive, but I'm preparing you to thrive. You asked me to heal what was broken, but I'm restoring what you thought was dead. You asked me for a way through, but I'm building you a table in the presence of your enemies. You don't even know the size of the blessing that's forming behind the scenes, because if I gave it to you all at once, it would crush you, not because you're weak, but because preparation must precede promotion. Foundation must come before expansion. And child, that's what this season has been. The stretching, the pressing, the silence, the uncertainty. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. I've been enlarging your capacity to carry what's coming. The very things you thought were delayed. One, were divine designs to make sure you don't break when the blessing arrives. Because what I'm giving you is not just for you, it's for others too. It's for generations. It's for legacy. Your healing will heal others. Your story will speak to strangers. Your obedience, it will unlock freedom for those around you. That's why the battle's been so fierce, because the enemy saw the magnitude, what's on your life, but he can't stop it. He never could, because I'm the one who ordained it. And what I ordain, no man can undo. So lift your head, wipe your tears, straighten your shoulders, and prepare your heart. You're not going backward. You're not circling the same mountain again. You're stepping into new territory. You're walking into fulfillment. You're about to see, why did it have to be this hard? Why did I say not yet? Why did I close that door? Why did you have to walk alone for a while? Because what's ahead requires the version of you who learned to trust me in the quiet, who learned to walk with me without applause, who didn't need a crowd to believe my promise. That's the version of you. I'm bringing in blessings, so don't hold back now. Don't shrink. Don't settle for less. When I've prepared more, you were not made for smallness. You were not born for just enough. You carry the fingerprints of heaven. You carry the spirit of the living God. And I'm about to show you. What does that truly mean? If you believe God is preparing you for more than you asked for, type, "I'm ready for more" in the comments and subscribe to Dear God, this is only the beginning. My child, I know what the clock has whispered to you. I know what the calendar has screamed. You've looked at your age, your timeline, your unfulfilled prayers, and somewhere inside, you've wondered, is it too late for me? No, beloved, it is not. You are not behind. You are not delayed. You are not forgotten. You are not out of place in my plan. The world rushes, but I do not. I move by purpose, not pressure. I operate in eternity, not urgency, and I know exactly what I'm doing with your life. There were moments you thought you missed it. Moments when you said no out of fear. Moments when you took a detour. Moments when you gave up on yourself. Before I ever gave up on you. And here you are, still breathing, still reading, still reaching. Which means it's not too late, not even close. You see, I specialize in divine timing. I am the God who parted the Red Sea, not a minute too soon. The God who raised Lazarus after 4 days, when everyone thought hope had expired. I am the God of even now. Even now, I can restore. Even now, I can accelerate. Even now, I can rewrite what you thought was over. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not your delays, not your detours, not your doute, not even your disobedience. I use it all. I redeem it all. And while you were waiting, I wasn't idle. I was building something in you that success could never teach. I was strengthening your character, to match the magnitude of your calling. The spotlight may not have been on you. View me, my eyes never left. I was preparing the people, the moments, the open doors, all in alignment with what I promised you. Because when I fulfill a promise, it's not rushed. It's not chaotic. It's not filled with anxiety. It fits. It flows. It bears peace. So stop mourning the years you think you lost. I am the God who restores time. I can do more in one day of favor. What you could do in 10 years of striving, do not compare your path. Do not envy their pace. Do not question your process. You are not late. You are custom-timed. You were never meant to follow their clock. You were designed to move with me. And I am not worried. I am not in a hurry. I am not wringing my hands over your future. I've written it. I've blessed it. I've preserved it. And now, I am awakening it. Doors will open. Those were closed before. Conversations will flow. That's never been found before. Peace will settle. Where restlessness used to live, and you'll walk into rooms you once only dreamed of, because now you are ready. So breathe, release the shame, let go of the panic, and lean into the truth. You are right on time, because you are in my hands. If you've ever feared you were too late, type "I trust God's timing for my life" in the comments, and subscribe to Dear God so you're reminded daily. He's never late, and neither are you. My beloved, if you've made it here, if your heart stayed open long enough to receive my words, then know this: you are no longer the same. You've been reminded of what you carry. You've been called back. Through who you are, you've been covered by a love that doesn't run. This journey we've walked together was never just about answers. It was about presence. It was about me, reintroducing myself to the wounded places in you. You forgot I still speak. I still come close. I still choose you. And though this message may end here, my voice never goes silent. My presence never leaves. My love never sleeps. So don't close your heart when this video ends. Don't walk away thinking, "That was beautiful, but now it's over." Because it's not. This is only the beginning. Let these words be a doorway. Let them be an altar. Let them be the gentle wind that turns you back toward me again, and again, and again. Because I'm not finished with you, not even close. There are prayers still unfolding. There are miracles still forming. There are chapters you haven't even imagined yet. And I'm already in them. So go now, not with fear, but with quiet confidence. Not with panic, but with peace. Not because you know how, but because you know who. And when the days grow quiet again, when the doubts creep in, when the road gets long, return here. Let these words remind you, I handle the impossible. I still do. I always will. I am the God who stays, the God who heals, the God who finishes what he started. And you, my precious child, you are held. You are loved. You are still mine. Always. If this journey has spoken to your spirit, leave a comment below with the words, I walk with God. Subscribe to Dear God so you never miss a whisper from heaven again. He's not done, and neither are you.